Yo, what's up? My name is Thaxxter, and today I'm going to be taking you through my new upcoming single, Umaye. I wrote this song based off the insecurities that we all face as human beings. I wanted the song to still be upbeat. I feel that as humans, when we feel down, it's hard to get out of that sort of mental state. It sort of seeps into different attributes of our life. For example, it seeps into relationships, friendships, how we perform at work. As I've got older, I've realised that we can change a bad day within a few minutes. And yeah, when I was sort of in this state of mind, I guess the lyrics came to me quite simple and easy because we don't have to stay in that emotional state. We can do things, listen to good music, we can have a nice conversation, we can, try and find the bad things and try and be better from that. Reading out the toxic shit. Chasing you around like a bitch, So with this track, I started out with a sample from Arcade. Can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep. Boom, my Once I got the hi-hat section down, all the samples, the snare, the song already started to come together, and my vocal melody just sort of, came off that. My girl ain't into me, she into Hennessy, I'm into jealousy, I can't stop, won't stop, yeah. I moved on to my sub-lab. Basically what I decided was, I didn't want the bass line to be the driving force of the song. I wanted the main driving force of the song to be, my vocals and also the sample that I inputted. Boom, can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep. I guess in relationships, when it becomes a little bit toxic, I think you pick up on things starting to slip. The idea is that I'm just no longer in the picture of my partner, in the sense of there's no conversation in, what are we doing tonight? Like there's just sort of them and me, and there's no sort of, connection on doing things together anymore. It's very much just sort of own paths, and that's why I guess the relationship is becoming toxic, because there's just no sort of communication.
I used a bass line from Arcade that just slapped. It had so much low end on it, and it's just one of those things, like you're in the car and like the whole car is moving. It was a madness. I then used a synth what had like a bell tone to it, and that was just more for the high end, because I didn't want it to be jacked up too much by the bass line. My favourite part was a line that I composed with a synth, and I doubled it up, so I had 2 octaves to it, and that just added body to the track. I continued with the chords from earlier, just for like that familiar feel to it, and lastly we had the drum pattern, what just complemented everything really.
Vocals by themselves, we obviously have my main vocal. So that was just, I guess, to add like a bit of texture to the actual main idea of the main chorus line, which is this. Reading out the toxic shit, yeah. Chasing you around like a bitch, yeah. Can't understand you at all, yeah. The backing vocal section is especially special for me, just because I wanted to explore like a different variety in vocals, and that microtonal harmony towards the middle section of the bridge is just, I think it's dope. So, this girl has got my mind loco. Like it, yo. Got me feeling higher than the cocoa. In this section of the track, I wanted to implement the idea of the toxic relationship. To do that was to just have like a simple, short conversation within the track. And the idea behind this was just to say that this relationship has became transactional purely through sex.
What the fuck? You crazy.
The end section of the song, I simply just added a few more ad-libs, a few more, just more feeling to the song. And yeah, the main ad-lib is just this section, just to like add a bit of harmony and a little bit more depth to the middle range of the track. For me, the greatest part of the song is the end section. Honestly, when I made this, I was so happy.
I used the same sub-lab, but this time I added a few elements around it. We have the kick drum EQ'd and sidechained out of the way of the sub-lab and the bass line. I also added in a few clicks and claps just to give a human feel to this section of the track. I also added in a ride, and this is just more for like the sonic spectrum and to have like a bit of like a high end. I didn't want it to be, you know, too much low and middle end. I added in another sidechain 808 for a vibey sort of feel to it, something different so that the listener sort of doesn't expect it. I then switched up my original synth to a sort of halftime. With this idea, I just wanted the audience to sort of, you know, it's that head nod sort of section to the track, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're in the car, you're like feeling yourself, you know, yeah, you're just in your feels.
I have been your boy Thaxxter, and I have been deconstructing my new upcoming single, Umaye. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, blessings. Have a good day and all the best.